Right. Hi, I'm Desiree. This is my daughter Brinley, and this is my daughter Jori, and she's a little INDY warrior for the month of February.
What is that?
The baby alive. Let you go put those diapers on. First, started realizing Jori was sick when I was in the hospital with the twins. She came and she started having just weird bruises everywhere. And then her dad called later that night and said that she had a cold, so they couldn't come visit anymore. We were there for like a week because one was in the NICU. By the time I got home, it went from one bruise to like 100 plus bruises all over her body. Yeah, I seen her on Wednesday in the hospital, and we got back Saturday night and she had 100 plus bruises all over her body. And Dad said she was so sick that she could barely like stay awake. So then we saw the petechiae rash and we started Googling. So the next morning we brought her into the children's and they sent us, or to the pediatrician, and they sent us straight to children's in Minneapolis, where she was diagnosed later that night with leukemia. So she was admitted right away, and she spent the whole month of January basically. So she was diagnosed January 13th, and she was there until like the middle of February. And then pretty much when she got out, she went back 2 more times within the first month, just for fevers and stuff. And then after that, it was pretty mellow. Sorry. It was pretty mellow treatment. We went up north for Easter and she took an ambulance ride back and we spent Easter there. October, she got super sick in October. She just like was in and out of the ER like 10 times in a week, or 2 weeks, sorry. And then she finally got admitted and she ended up with a Pseudomonas infection. And she had to stay there for a mandatory 10 days. While we were there and getting ready, like we were gonna be discharged the next day, and she ended up having a pretty crazy seizure that she's never had before. And they couldn't get it to stop, so they had to intubate her and bring her down to the ICU, which was her first day, and she was in maintenance, so they thought it was pretty awesome, but we were pretty scared. And they decided that she had neurotoxicity, methotrexate neurotoxicity from one of her chemos. So now she can't, it's from spinal taps. So now when they do that, they have to use a different medicine. But so far she hasn't had any more. But right now she's in maintenance and she seems to be doing great. So.